Okay, I'm back. The reason I do that is because this is real time, and I want to do everything. I want to be like, there's no mystery. This is real. This is my friend Sabir Bey. He calls it actuality TV as opposed to real TV, and or whatever you have those shows or whatever. We had a conversation about that one time. You want to check out Sabir Bey, of course. Google him. He has an incredible show, very knowledgeable cat. But so this is who I am. This is Mondo One of the Temple of Hip Hop. This is some people know me as Armando, family friends from home and stuff, and I go home and I'm Armando. My mother, when I see my mother, I'm Armando, or she calls me Mondo, but it's not the same person that the world knows me as, and this is somewhat of a character that I created and molded, chiseled to perfection, if you will, and it was done on purpose. There's a reason behind it. There's a purpose to why I have done that, and I'm proud of my work. I'm proud of what I've created. I'm proud of, it wasn't a celebrity that I was out to put together. I wasn't, trying to be a star, you know, even though I've been in environments where I have been given the opportunity to experience what that is, and it's a very it's a very addicting thing if you're ever in those types of environments. And celebrity is more of an equation, like a formula that's put together, and you throw it into this giant machine, and then the machine goes, and then you got to sit behind the scenes and make the machine work. And it usually takes a group of people, unless you're a master and you know how to do that on your own, which I know people who have done that. But excuse me, real life TV, real life actuality, no holds bars, no editing, none of that stuff. So that's a little history on me. There's a lot more to it. You also have access to me. You can check me out at Temple Mondo One, TEMPLEMONDO, the number one at Gmail, or a lot of people may have MONDOONE at gmail.com, Mondo1 at gmail.com. You can always get to me, ask me questions, pick my brain, and it may get to a point where I might charge you a fee. Hopefully I can arrive at that point, but this is not the point. This is not the point. The point is knowledge, and overstanding. To overstand something is to not be underneath, from a disadvantage point, to be overseeing something, and to overcome something, a point, a situation, etc. To overstand is more desirable than to understand, if you will. It's kind of a psychological flip on certain terms, that we use on a daily basis, and there's a lot of stuff like that. But knowledge and overstanding. Shout out to the Zulu Nation as well for that, as the fifth element. So do it now. This is where the tutorial begins, to do things now. Okay, there is no out there one day when money, credit, you have everything that you need inside of you right now, and there's no excuses. And this applies to me first, because I'm the type of person that likes to put things off, because because there's things that happen and there's reasons why I do them, but I get so comfortable and I procrastinate. And then this is something that I need to overcome, and we're going to overcome this together if you continue to follow these broadcasts, if you will. But do it now. Okay. And when I said earlier, quit your job, I know that sounded a little extreme, but let me just go ahead and put that into context for you as well. Because quitting your job, when you quit your job, you find your work in life. And it's interesting how that works, because it goes hand in hand with your purpose. To work a job is to help another entity or corporation or an event, you're building that thing outside of yourself. And there's nothing wrong with a job. You know, a job is admirable. It's, you know, it's something that you know, I respect. If you need to work to get extra money, go get a job, get your job, but don't let it be the source of your peace. Don't let it be the source of your fulfillment, your health, your love, what encourages and motivates you on a day to day. But if that's for you, if that is what, if you say no, I am an employee, and that is what I am all about, and that's my purpose in life, is to work for another person to build their then do you. But I know that most of you are like, no, that's not me, and I am about getting my thing done, and I have a purpose in life, etc. This is a strong form of faith and self confidence, to take that leap forward. To believe that and expect that there is going to be another step put in front of you the moment that you decide to step. Like X-Men, we saw Marvel X-Men. I saw that Professor X, he was like, Xavier, he it was a part of the movie where there was something happened in the movie, and all I remember is that, there was, you know somebody was stepping, and another step was being provided for them, and then another step, and another step, and another step, and another step, and then that became like you're walking on faith, or in faith, to walk on faith, to walk on water, if you want to take it there. You know what I mean? To operate like this. So this is why we do this now. Just do it. Come on, Nike. Send me a T-shirt. Give me some kicks or something. Do it now. Quit your job. Do it now. Now, when I say quit your job, it's in context, like I just said. To end the relationship, something that may be hindering you, something that's not supposed to be in your life, but yet we do it because of conformity, complacency. We do things because we're used to another person, and then, we just want to be nice. Sometimes we don't know how to cut things off, that employer or that associate, that friend, that somebody that just, somebody that's not doing you any good. We have a tendency of just staying in the situation. There's an actual term for that, called, now we know what conscience means, we know what unconscious means, okay, to not be conscious, and then to be conscious, to be fully aware. But then there's another term called inconscious, where it's like, if I could be a little graphic, it's like sitting on a pile of shit and then not being able to move from it. You're sitting on a pile. You can smell it, you can see it, you can feel it in between your toes. But you are like, no, this is a pile of shit and I'm sitting in it. And you don't move from it. That's called inconsciousness. And I've been through that. I've experienced that. And, it takes a lot to get out of that. There's probably other terms for that, but that's, as graphic as that may sound, that's how I remember it. And it's a real situation. So get out of situation. To change your reality, you really have to make an effort. And it's one thing to say it, it's another thing to do it. And so to quit your job, to break up with someone, or not just people, like relationships, but yeah, people relationships. You know what I'm saying? Like, you may need to break that bond. You don't always have to remain loyal to something because of the sake of loyalty. Like, like you want to be true to the term loyal in the encyclopedia or the dictionary. You know what I'm saying? Like, or street loyalty. Loyalty first, all that stuff. But that's dangerous. I've experienced that, and there's no dishonor in breaking that type of a binding force, if something is hurting you, or if it's not doing you any good, if the other people that you're being loyal to is benefiting them and they're not responding with the same type of loyalty. Like, you can break that. There's no point in suffering the rest of your life in that sense. So so that's what I mean by, quit your job. And that requires being the real or true individual that you are, the real you. And this is in hip hop. We talk about not fronting. Don't front on yourself. Hold up. Here we go.